185 miles in circumference, and it burns at 14,072 degrees Fahrenheit. And I agree, that's hot as hell. However, how could a hell exist just 4,000 miles away that's 7 times hotter than 14,072 degrees Fahrenheit? It would burn up everything. Plus, this planet Earth is spinning and moving and rotating.
That's right.
Don't you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you get down on your knees at 12 noon and you look up and say your prayers. Right?
That's right.
And heaven is up here and hell is down here. But what about 12 midnight? By 12 midnight you get down on your knees and look up, and what was heaven is now hell. And what was hell is now heaven. Heaven and hell is not up and down. Heaven and hell are states of mind, states of being, states of existence. And your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. If you ain't got no money, you broke as hell. If you ain't got no food, you hungry as hell. If you live in Philadelphia in this cold Philadelphia winter and you ain't got no heat, you cold as hell. If you here in Arizona or somewhere in the summertime and ain't got no air conditioning, you hot as hell.
That's right.
And the way many of us act, crazy as hell. After the white man got me, man.
Go ahead,
Goes on to say that we must prevent these groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them. Farrakhan is a racist. Farrakhan is a bigot. Farrakhan is a hater. Farrakhan is an anti-Semite. You a damn lie. There ain't none of those. Farrakhan is a liberator.
That's right.
Farrakhan is a lover of his people. Farrakhan is a reformer of his people. Farrakhan is shaped and molded and fashioned and prepared by God and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for this hour, for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. That's Farrakhan. But they want you to believe that he is negative. Discredit the man. We have a saying that we should support whatever the enemy opposes and oppose whatever the enemy supports. Let's say it together. We should support whatever the enemy opposes and oppose whatever the enemy supports. And that's what we got to do. So they say they want to discredit our leaders. Discredit Mayor Marion Bell. Discredit Sheriff Green. Discredit the mayor over in Atlantic City and then turn around and say we made some mistakes. It wasn't what we thought it was. But now you discredited him already. Discredit Mayor Tom Bradley out in Los Angeles. Discredit Mayor No Good, good for nothing, good for good. Discredit. That's what I'm saying. I didn't come here to get no damn key to the city that don't open up. I don't want a key that don't open up. I'm like my leader. That leader is a bold black. My leader is a strong black. And I don't fear your death because my leader, Farrakhan, doesn't fear death. He said to him, death is a system. He says to him, death is a punk. He said to him, he doesn't run from death. He says to the government, come on with your conspiracy. He said, I don't run from death, I run to death. And leap in death's chest and reach in death's mouth and snatch death's tongue out of death's mouth. Jesus said, he, and I add, or she, who seeks to save his life shall lose his life. He or she that seeks to lose their life can save their life. You gotta love death more than your enemy loves life.
That's right.
When your enemy can't threaten you with death, what can they threaten you with? Just killed our brother out in Los Angeles, brother Oliver X. Beasley.
That's right.
The sheriff's department. They attacked our brothers twice during the month of January. January. Attacked us January 3rd on a routine traffic stop, they say. And tried to make the brothers lie down in the streets. And the brothers say, no, we're not laying down, face down in the streets for you. You get down in the streets. They say, this is a new black man, all of young black men in the FOI. They say, no, you get down on the ground. They said, you get down. They said, we're not getting on the damn ground. They say, you don't make the white folks in Beverly Hills get down on the ground. We're not getting on the ground. Put a chokehold on one of the brothers and tried to arrest him, and all of the brothers took him from the police. They were outnumbered 3-1. It was in the news and in the newspapers. It's documented. Broke one of the policemen's arm, dislocated the other one's shoulder, sent 4 of them to the hospital. Chasing black men all over the community. And then they run up on one of them new black men. Young black man, 18 years old. Brother David X. Ran up on him and told him to get out of the car. We're polite, we're courteous, we're respectful, we obey the law. We don't carry no weapons, everybody. We don't deal with no drugs or nothing. So the brother, he's clean, he gets out of the car, he's respectful. They want him to lay down on the ground. He's by himself. He said, no, I'm not laying on the ground. He said, you get down on the ground. They said, you get down. He said, no, I just got up. I'm not getting down for you. So they grabbed him and put a chokehold on him and slammed him on the hood of the car. Slammed his face on the head of the car. Black people in the community heard it. The neighborhood is full of so-called gang members and others who now love the Muslims, and many of them had joined the Muslims. It came out in the paper how the community and on the news how the elders and others of the community were talking about how the Muslims were painting over the graffiti and had cleaned up all of the alleys and cleaned up the community, and as long as the young men from the Crips or the Bloods gang were selling drugs, the police never shot them. But as soon as they cleaned up and believed in God, and Crips and Bloods now bowing down, making their prayers before God every day, and they're in unity together, and ambassadors to the other gang members and pulling them in and cleaning up the community and looking after the elders and all of that, say now you attack them now that they're clean, like they did in Washington, D.C. with the dope busters. They didn't jump on the dope dealers, and the dope dealers didn't have no problem with the Muslims once they saw how strong the Muslims were and saw the Muslims standing up. But the police came with their guns and then attacked the brothers and sisters, the brothers in Washington, D.C. So these beasts slammed the brother on the hood of the car, and the brothers came out. They went for their guns, and the brothers called on our God. And the news said, we're not going into the facts because we're still fighting these cases. The brothers, they say that the devils went for their guns and pulled their guns, and the brothers took their guns. I mean, took their guns. And so they took their guns in the fight and the struggle over the 9mm, the clip came out. And they claimed that the brother was clicking, trying to kill the beast. And the other beast rode up and started opening, sheriff from everywhere, opening fire. And that gave this beast a chance to go for his backup gun. I always remember the beast has a backup gun. Sometimes another one in his hip pocket, another one here or here, and sometimes they have one if they have a coat on in the small of their back. Along with, if the coat is on, the shoulder holster, and if they don't have a coat on, the side holster. And they pulled the gun, so they shot the brother in the hip and felled him. And then